Hi, this is Gautaman, Certified Lab Associate Developer. Welcome to LVC LED. Today topic is the timing palette important questions in the point of CLED exam. Yes, why we have to introduce the timing function? It's like your normal text-based programming language delay, whether you are using any Arduino board or any other embedded board. If you are using, you will introduce the delay with the help of like TS equal to 10 nanoseconds, like that you will introduce. So here your operating system in which is having a LabVIEW is going to work on the milliseconds operation. So if you want to control any loop iteration indication with some delay, you can introduce the timing function. At the same time, the processor is going to be allowed to perform other tasks also. If you are introducing the delay, they will be able to work freely without any dumping a more amount of CPU usage, right? And these are the very important things, functions we have in the LabVIEW. You just to focus in the point of CLED, it's like a tick count, wait ms, wait until next ms multiple, and get date and time seconds, right? So if you are going for any CLED point of view, you just go for a time delay and elapsed time. So that's very important. They are like a express VLO. Yes, the reason for introducing that delay along with your loop is the very important. We have a wait ms as well as a wait multiple ms, so you can able to see what will happen in the hands-on. So I just have one while loop. In this case, every iteration will be updated until I am going to stop this. I'm pressing the stop button, right? You just see keep on there updating the value, but you could not able to read it since every iteration is going to work on a millisecond, so they are going to update their value, right? I want to see those items with the delay, so I just introducing the some wait ms, and I'm just providing 100 milliseconds. It's not 100 seconds, it's 100 milliseconds alone, just keep it in mind. So see, you can see the delay, what is how it is transiting from one value to another value. It's possible to read the value, so that's the reason, right? And one more thing also, you can able to see the CPU usage before and after introducing the delay. Let me delete this wait function, and I'm just adding one task manager. I'm just showing a task manager how it is functioning it. So it's getting open, few seconds. Yeah, my task manager is ready. See, yes, let me start this one. So before starting this VA execution, it's being around a 0.0% or 0.2% only. After executing this one without any delay, yes, I just executing. Now you see your task manager, it is being around 27.2%, so it's using a more amount of CPU usage, right? So my recording video also, so recording software also is working, but at the same time LabVIEW is dumping that percentage. It's a 28, around 28. Okay, after introducing that delay, you can see the difference. Right click, add the wait ms with some constant value. I'll let me introduce 100. So after executing it, you see the CPU usage, it's around being like a 1.2, 1.8, so it's very less alone. So the same process, but after introducing the delay, you can able to reduce the CPU usage since it is allowing other tasks to run with freely. So it's simply avoiding the some hanging operations. Okay, so the reason for introducing the delay in your loop, whether it is reducing the memory usage or reducing the CPU usage, so obviously it is going to reduce the CPU usage alone. That keep it in mind. Please take a practice with the task manager with and without delay, then you will get a good clarity. This question also will help you to understand the before concept what I have mentioned in the previous slide. So the elements value will have in the indicator is the loop is executing for 4 times. I have dumped with wait ms as well as wait until next ms multiple. So you can see that indicator is it's being only the in terms of 100, right? So even though that function is completed in 60 millisecond, but my values are going to be dumped with only in the interval of every 100 milliseconds, right? So this is a thing you have to understand with the previous slide concept, right? So answer one is it's going to have a multiples of 100 milliseconds value. Next, which timing function is going to roll over with the VA function? Obviously we are having two things only for providing delay, like wait ms and until next ms multiple, but this is only the format how to represent your timing. But here only is going to have the tick count is going to start from the beginning of your execution till stopping your execution. So the tick count is answer for this one. The keyword is can roll over along with your execution, VA execution, right? And here you can understand in better way that the question, it's like a very important 2017 pattern CLAD also. So the timing function they have usually, it is a get date time in seconds. They have connected with the shift register in and out, right? And this loop is executing only for one time. Since it's connected with the true constant, no, they will work for only one time. So the iteration value is being 0. So as per the question, if you are running this VA 3 times, what value will be displayed in the indicator loop iteration and time? Okay, here they are not asking the quantity, right? But they are asking what would it be. Okay, so only this loop is a loop iteration always being 0. So we have a 3 options, right? But which one is the correct answer for this in terms of time difference? Okay, we just assume since it is an initialized shift register, no, first time it will be subtracted with that get date and time second, the current PC time by 0, then it will update it. Then at the same time the same value is going to pass it to the shift out also. During the second iteration, the first iteration result and new, that is a new value of your PC is going to be subtracted, and the same second, there is a second iteration new value is going to be updated here, that value is passing here, and that old value and the new value is going to be subtracted. So during the third time what will happen, the second iteration timing value and the third iteration new value is going to be subtracted. So that is only the answer. So answer for this one is the loop iteration is 0, the time is going to be equal to the seconds between the second and third time that VA ran. Okay, so these are the very important question in the CLAD. You can focus well, and please subscribe our channel. You can follow us in Facebook and Instagram. All the best. Thank you.